Humza Yousaf has been left humiliated after his administration lost the gender reforms court case, with Lady Haldane ruling that Alister Jack was not unlawful when he blocked the legislation from becoming law. The Scottish Government has suffered its second humiliating court defeat in just 3 days as a judge ruled that the UK Government acted lawfully when it blocked the controversial Gender Recognition Reform Bill. Scotland Secretary Alister Jack used a Section 35 to stop it becoming law, the first time it has been deployed since it was created in the Scotland Act. This infuriated the SNP executive, with Humza Yousaf launching a court case to claim that the move was unlawful. However, Lady Haldane has ruled that Mr. Jack was within his rights to block it from being given the King's assent. A total of £230,000 of taxpayers' cash has already been spent on the legal challenge, with the Scottish Government having the opportunity to appeal it to the Supreme Court. All arguments put forward by Lord Advocate Dorothy Bain were dismissed, including claims that the Scotland Secretary acted irrationally and that his approach was based on a policy disagreement, rather than a matter of. The SNP executive lost another court case on Wednesday when a judge ruled that they did not have the right to block the publication of evidence that James Hamilton gathered about Nicola Sturgeon's conduct during the Alex Salmond investigation. Mr. Jack welcomed the judgment, and urged the Scottish Government to focus on more important issues. He said, "I was clear that this legislation would have had adverse effects on the operation of the law as it applies to reserved matters, including on important Great Britain-wide equality protection." Following this latest court defeat for the Scottish Government, their ministers need to stop wasting taxpayers' money pursuing needless legal action and focus on the real issues which matter to people in Scotland, such as growing the economy and cutting waiting lists. The Gender Reform Recognition Bill made it easier for trans people to change gender, removing the need for a medical certificate, allowing Scots to legally change gender if they live that way for a minimum for 3 months. Concerns have been raised that this would allow predatory men to access previously safe female-only spaces. Mr. Jack said that this would affect the UK-wide Equality Act and blocked it from becoming law despite it being voted through Parliament. It caused a divide in every party except the Greens and the Lib Dems, with a mini SNP rebellion damaging Nicola Sturgeon's standing. Scottish Conservative Deputy Leader Megan Gallagher MSP said, "This is a humiliating defeat for Humza Yousaf and the SNP, who have once again squandered taxpayers' cash on a self-serving but doomed court case. Their reckless gender recognition reform bill is deeply unpopular with the Scottish public because its self-ID principle compromises the safety of women and girls, as the case of a double rapist being sent to a female prison demonstrates. In addition, the bill impacted on equalities law south of the border, which is why the UK government had no option but to issue a Section 35 order. Rather than taking that as a cue to redraft their flawed bill, the SNP dug their heels and turned an issue of women's safety into another constitutional grievance, a cynical tactic which has backfired today.